What's really good? We are back with a brand new Pokemon Sun and Pokemon Moon Wi-Fi battle against Crispy today. Speaking of Crispy, I've really been working really hard, like I said in the last video, to try and make these battles as high quality as possible. It's a very tedious process, so I'd really appreciate it if you showed some love. Hit that like button, leave me a comment telling me how you like the new video quality. And also, I want you guys to leave me a comment telling me which Pokemon you want me to feature in my battles, because I have a couple of ideas, but I want to see what you guys want to see. So if you guys leave a Pokemon suggestion in the comment section, I'll try and see, what the majority wants and maybe use that Pokemon on my next team. But anyways, this dude really rolled up, right, with a team of 3 Ultra Beasts and 2 Tabus and like something else. I don't even remember what the last Pokemon was. It doesn't really matter at this point. But he leads off with this Kartana, right? And it has a Life Orb, and I'm like, okay, it's just a Life Orb Kartana. Okay, makes sense. But I set up my Sticky Web, and then he immediately defogs it. I didn't even know this Pokemon got defog. So, I don't know if you guys noticed, I'm actually using the same team as last video. But the main purpose of this team, right, is to set up Sticky Web so that the incoming Pokemon are slower. Therefore, I can set up and sweep with Pokemon like Marowak or Gyarados more easily, right? But he defogged my Sticky Web, so I was only able to get my rocks up at this point, because I didn't realize that I didn't know that Pokemon got defog, and I didn't realize he would have defog on it. So very, very creative. I've seen that before, actually. Now that I think about it, I've seen that before. I just didn't realize that that's what I was going up against. But honestly, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, Gengar doesn't look very good with no lines, I'm not gonna lie. But most Pokemon do look good with no lines. But Gengar is one of them that doesn't really look that great in this setting here. But either way, doesn't matter, that's not important. I'm gonna go ahead and Shadow Ball the Celesteela that comes in after he switches out his Kartana. If he didn't switch out his Kartana, it would have died to a Shadow Ball for sure. But he actually gets a special defense drop as I hit him with the Shadow Ball. So at this point, something is dying, right? Something is definitely dead. Either his Celesteela, if he lets it stay in, or any of his other Pokemon that he switches out to, because he has nothing to take a Shadow Ball at all. But he just goes ahead and leaves the Celesteela in and allows it to die, which in all honesty is good for me. I don't like dealing with Celesteela. It is so annoying. I use it myself all the time, but Celesteela is one of the most annoying Pokemon in this generation. It gets Leech Seed, Protect, Fire Blast, Heavy Sleep. You can't do anything to that thing. It's so bulky. It has so many different weird moves. It's crazy. But here he actually had a Pokemon that could have switched into Gengar this entire time. The Heligo, very, very, very high special defense on this Pokemon. So he actually could have switched this in to take a Shadow Ball if he pleased. But I'm not quite sure if he would have made it out alive. I think one of us definitely would have died, but I think this would have been a better option than letting his Celesteela die, honestly. But here you guys are gonna see I switched in my Passimian just to take the incoming Power Gem. But little did I know, this thing ran Sludge Wave, and it's actually gonna be powerful enough to take me out. So once again, Passimian doesn't see the light of day. I'm trying desperately to use this Pokemon. Shout out to Joey once again for this team. He actually gave this to me to try out. But anyways, I'm trying to use Passimian, but it's just not working out. So I'm going to go back out to my Gengar. At this point, it's looking like I shouldn't have even switched out, because I just went right back into the Pokemon that was already in, right? So I probably should have just let my Gengar die. And I don't know. I guess I wasn't expecting him to have a Sludge Wave powerful enough to kill me like that. But Passimian actually has like no special defense, so I guess I should have calced it or something. So I just lost 2 Pokemon for no reason, honestly. I could have just lost my Gengar and then switched out to Tapu Koko to try and take out this Nihilego. But there's no point in crying over spilled milk. My Passimian is dead, people. He is gone. He's actually going to switch out and go out to his Marowak. And just in case he did do that, normally I run Brave Bird on my Tapu Koko for Marowak switch-ins. But I don't have Brave Bird on this set. I have Dazzling Gleam, and I definitely went for the Dazzling Gleam because I definitely was not going to go for the Thunderbolt while he has a Marowak still alive on his team. So it's not looking too good for me. I have 3 Pokemon left. He has 5 Pokemon left. Luckily for me, he makes a mistake here. He actually goes for the Will-O-Wisp on my Marowak switch-in, and I'm definitely faster than his Marowak because I am Jolly max speed. I'm not quite sure if he knows that or not, but he is going to switch out and go out to his Nihilego. Just as Death Father, let it die to the rocks. or to, you know, whatever move I hit him with, but he actually just dies to the rocks. So now it's 3-4. Luckily, I didn't lose my Marowak on that turn on that switch in. I thought I might have messed around and switched into an Earthquake, but he actually just went for the Willow, so that's good for me. So here he's gonna go for the Tapu Lele switch in, make the battlefield all weird. And by the way, Tapu Lele has way too much special attack. Oh my goodness, it's ridiculous. This thing sidekicks freaking destroy everything. It's crazy because it has base 130 special attack, and then in the psychic terrain it gains a 50% boost to its psychic type moves. So it hits ridiculously hard. It's crazy how hard Tapu Lele is capable of hitting. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that psychic terrain. It's 4-2 now. He has 4 Pokemon, I have 2. Tapu Koko is one of mine, and my other Pokemon is a Gyarados in the back. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out this Marowak. It doesn't really matter that I went for the Thunderbolt. I was just trying to do damage to his Tapu Lele, but it didn't really matter, like I said, that he went out to Marowak because the Dazzling Gleam is definitely gonna kill from there. So that's not a big deal. So now I believe it is 3-2. I'm just trying to, you know, see what my options are because he does have that Pheromosa in the back. I can't really do anything to it. I'm surprised he didn't go out to Tapu Lele, but now that I think about it, if he is specs or you know, locked into a move, if he did go for the Psychic, I could have actually just brought in my Mega Gyarados and set up all over him. So it seems like him going out to Pheromosa was the play for him to make. Right now I have 1 Pokemon left, he has 3. It's not looking too good for me. He has a Pheromosa, I have a Gyarados. If I Mega Evolved at the wrong time, he could kill me with High Jump Kick or U-Turn. But I am gonna bring out my Beat Meat. Don't worry about the name, please. Okay, it's intimidating though. Just know that my Beat Meat is intimidating that Pheromosa. Okay. Anyways, that's very important. He's gonna go for the Ice Beam. It takes about, I'd say, 1/3 off my health. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Dance. Now here is a pivotal play. He actually messed up. He should have honestly switched out immediately to a different Pokemon because that would have allowed him to save his Pheromosa for later. It wouldn't have allowed me to get up 2 Dragon Dances because I'm not gonna Mega Evolve quite yet because I knew he'd probably go for the High Jump Kick or the U-Turn this turn. If I had Mega Evolved, I might have died from a High Jump Kick there or a U-Turn even. But he actually messed up. He allowed me to set up 2 Dragon Dances, and that's all I needed to guarantee that I outspeed the rest of his team, and also to guarantee that I'm strong enough to kill everything in one hit. He definitely should. He was playing so well the entire battle. I guess he just overlooked this one thing. He overlooked how fast I would be at +2 and how strong I'd be at +2. He also overlooked the fact that I didn't actually need to Mega Evolve right away. He had a Pheromosa out. By being a flying and water type, he has no moves that are super effective against me, but by Mega Evolving, he would have had 2 moves potentially, because most Pheromosas use U-Turn and High Jump Kick as their stab moves. But yeah, by Mega Evolving, he would have had 2 moves potentially that were super effective against me, so I didn't Mega Evolve until I needed to. So that actually came back to haunt him because now I'm faster than all of his Pokemon, and I certainly have the strength to kill everything in one hit. So I'm gonna go for the Waterfall on the Pheromosa that he brought back out, and it's over. Like, it's just done. He loses now because he overstepped such a small thing. If I was him, I probably would have switched out directly to Kartana because Kartana actually has a ton of defense. So unless I am at +2, I'm not going to be able to kill Kartana in one hit. So if he had switched out to Kartana, he probably would have lived the crunch at +1 and then been able to, you know, kill me with a Leaf Blade or something. And even if I did kill his Kartana, I'm pretty sure Pheromosa outspeeds Gyarados at +1. I'm not quite sure about that. I think that's the case. I was running a Jolly one, so I'd have to calc it or, you know, just see the stats. But either way, he made a mistake, and that ended up costing him the entire battle. But good game, Crispy. I had a great time. I barely won that by the skin of my teeth, so, you know, I always like challenging battles. If you guys want to know where the music came from, it's from Mewmore. I left his link in the description and the song that I used in the description. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe. Tell me what Pokemon you want me to use, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!